Nice, dude. That's awesome. What's going on?
NFL season.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Davin, we cannot hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
everybody
everybody.
but Davin.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Davin, we can't hear you. Yeah.
Hey, Raj, nice to meet you, brother.
You too, man. How's it going?
You're going down. I'm just fucking with you. We both know I'm gonna blow. I'm gonna be. I think I'm logged into both. I think.
Yeah, me too. But I didn't click on any of the competitions, the ones that you've got on the Access platform or whatever. So if you need us to do that, let us know.
Yeah, I don't know what to do on the platform either. I'm at the homepage. It says trading, but.
Mhm. Sweet.
So I think we're both.
Where's he gone?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Kit's back now.
What's up, guys, and welcome to our first ever live trade battle. I got Kit here from ICT Concepts, and I got Rajan Dal here. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? How are you feeling this morning for this trade battle?
You're going down, Raj. You're going down,
He says morning,
bro.
but I've been awake. It's afternoon in London, right? So I've been awake longer than you guys.
Yeah, it should be fun. Should be a lot of fun.
I've been training, doing my push-ups and my squats ready for this, Kit.
Yeah, yeah. Nice, nice. Yeah, no, well, we got a great battle here starting. It actually just started, so you guys are welcome to start placing your trades now. What are
Nice.
you guys' strategies going into this? What have you been planning up this morning for this battle?
After you, Kit.
I mean, I've got some gold plays. I'm kind of teeing up. I'm looking at some gold. I'm also looking at the indices, some ES. So kind of looking to see what type of response we get here with the 4-hour open right now. Looking at gold. So looking to see if we get a little bullish pop here within the 10 o'clock before a bearish distribution to the downside. And then on ES. I mean, ES is just kind of chopping right now in that first early dump. So I'm kind of playing either ES or gold right now. So and ES, I might be looking for some longs. So that I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm looking at, right? ES and gold primarily.
Nice.
Yeah,
Gold
so
stumping. Nice.
yeah, so I'm just testing the platform now. I've just opened a trade just to make sure that I'm getting the right the right amounts because I normally trade single stock equities. So just working out the maths. So I'm just opened a very a very small test position in Microsoft, just so I can see how the price action works with the pricing. But yeah, I'm an equities trader, so Kit does a lot of macro stuff, and I love the gold trades and the index trades and stuff. But I try and correlate what's going on in the indices and everything to the single stocks and try and match the trades to the flow and the sector rotation and just really what's got momentum on the session. So I'm normally a momentum based trader in stocks. So get ready for the 2:30 open in the UK my time, so 9:30 for you guys. And as soon as that time switch is over, I'm clicked in. I'm ready to go. So yeah, we're a little bit different, but makes it good for this show.
Nice, nice. I also wanted to mention we do have Trent in here as well commentating. So Trent will be giving his feedback in here, and he's watching along as well. So it brings me back to those good old live trading competitions that we used to do, Trent, right? Nice. Nice. Well, we're off to
Definitely.
the action. So, whoop, click the wrong button here. Let's see what we got going on here.
Oh.
Whoop. Whoop. We lost everybody. One sec. Sorry, one moment, guys. All right. Yep. Everybody disappeared for a sec here. I don't know why everybody popped off, but we're all back.
Bad news is that China, perhaps not surprisingly to some, have violated its agreement with the US. And then we just saw the markets plummet before PCE. PCE came out, we paired half of the move. And just for traders just getting in, obviously, it's just so unpredictable when you get those type of headlines right before events and right before the open. So, I was just really looking out for that. So, but it's all good. We get used to it. This happens. We have to go go with that from time to time. Go with the flow, don't we?
Oh yeah. I mean, Trump moves the market, right? So yeah, I mean, the VIX when Trump's talking, I definitely try and pay more attention to that. I am very much a TA guy, so I do believe the charts are forecasting a lot of the moves that we're getting. Look at this bullish impulse here at 10 o'clock off of NQ. Did not click the button on that open. I like this bullish impulse here to 356 here. 356 got a 26-point move. Might look to engage with the 358 price, looking at 330 right now. Typically look for a little bit more of a move. That impulse happened right on the start. So here's that secondary push up here. 37.57 coming up here, looking to mitigate this price here at 357. Then Daddy might be looking for a short here.
Do you want to
So
share your screen, Kit?
what's that?
Did you want to share your screen?
I'm
We
kind of
can
trying to
wait.
multitask all of that while looking at the market real
Okay,
time.
you're all
So
good. You're all
I
good.
can tell you I'm failing miserably trying to multitask all of this. Yeah, dude, like it's color
My
commenting.
trade,
Triathlon.
yeah, Devin, if you go
Sharing
onto my
I have like
account
my own
on
group
the
that's like
screen, the
not
GUI trade
really.
one.
Yep, I'll pop it up right now.
Yeah, that trade's about to hit target now. I just because I'm not sure the lot size and everything, I just opened a very small position, 0.01
Nice.
on the lot, and yeah, that one's. I was just going up to that resistance level there, so it's getting pretty close. I think the spread, it's just had to overcome the spread a little bit, but yeah, we're just keeping an eye on that one on quite a low time frame. So hopefully it will turn around and get there. It's had a good start.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the open positions on GUI trade though. Which is
Okay, so
Guys, I'm struggling even to get my live stream up, so I just want to apologize ahead of time. Like
no, you're
it's
all good. You could focus
not
on
optimal here for my just for my setup here. I'm trying to
in
multitask
our
here, and
live
again, I
chat.
apologize.
Sharon said, "Don't worry, you guys are great."
Right
cool.
on.
I
I
can
mean,
see
I'm having a
everything. Yeah,
lot of fun looking for setup here.
Yeah.
And I mean, NQ gave it a perfect entry straight off the 10 o'clock. I do like, again, this bullish impulse here. Want to see where we get up at 55 or 30 to 40 here. Probably looking towards actually taking a position here shortly here. NQ. Not sharing my screen, but I am looking at, I want to see 56 mitigated. So we're at
So I
44.
gotta log out. Okay.
Log out, log back into the other one for Raj's. That's your shit. Not log out. Open two incognito.
They are.
Yeah, but you logged in the same account twice.
I got you.
yeah, cool. If any questions come in, Devin, just give us a shout as well.
Yeah, of course. If anybody has any questions in the chat, like always, make sure you say them in the chat, and I'll pass them along. Just trying to get into
Yeah,
your account here, Raj. Give me 1 sec.
Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. No
Well, I
pressure.
logged into
Good
both of
thing
them
too.
separately. I don't know why. I think it might have switched out. I don't know what happened there. Technology does crazy things sometimes. We're gonna say. All right. I see your position in here though. Okay.
Cool. Let's just have a look where we're at. Not far. It's just flirting with the profit target right now.
Yeah, so guys, if you see here,
460. I think there's a couple of sellers ahead of 460.
yeah, we're just right underneath teasing the profit target.
It's all good. Patience is key.
Yes.
52, 59, 49, 49, looking at what are we looking at? I'm looking at the continuous versus the CFD. That's not the same value. Just we
Cool. I did like message. I don't think it's on.
1009, giving me the impulse I wanted. 1009.
What are you looking at? Kid?
1009 hit 57. We wicked at 57.
What are you looking at, Kit?
I'm looking at NQ right now. It's not. I'm not on the CFD. I'm looking at the continuous.
Yeah.
But we're getting this bullish retracement up. I'm looking for some type of support to be found here.
It was a nice rejection to the downside there on NQ, wasn't it? On QQQ.
Yeah. And then at 10 o'clock, we got that impulse higher. So I'm just looking for this bullish impulse here to potentially find some exhaustion here around the 5.7. We wicked at it. So I'm looking for 5.7 to 70. And I'm looking for price to mitigate that target. And then I think we can get down to 318 and the potential move, I think, to the downside would commence.
Nice.
For the US, we see often an outflow going to here, but the DAX actually looks pretty nice now, doesn't it? It's not a bad chart today. Could be I might wait for that one and go for that one rather than NQ. I've got them both up. Looking at both of those.
I know
They're
that.
both
I know
as
that
good as
sound. Someone took profit.
Was it on my trade, the Microsoft one?
Yep, I think. Yep, I think you just.
Good for
that
you.
trade
Good
just
for you.
closed.
I'm still flat. I mean, I'm looking to. I'm just looking for a setup to play out here.
Yeah, the Microsoft one hit target. It was like I said, it was a very small position because I just needed to work out the lot sizes on the CFDs. But yeah, it was nice. It's a good trade. I don't mind going over and explaining it if you want. If I go back to that.
Yeah, of course. I can pull that one up real quick again.
Yeah, so I'll go to on the GUI trade platform.
Oh, NQ took out.
There we go.
Got 70.
Cool. All right, so I'll just run through. Is it showing, Davin? So then
Yep,
I'll run
it's
through the
showing.
explanation. Sweet. So Microsoft daily chart, nice, long, higher lows. You know, we got the flow. The tide for us is swimming in the river, is swimming upwards. So that's what I was looking at. Then on the hourly chart, if I just change the size of that so you guys can see a bit better, pretty similar. Look, you can see higher highs, higher lows. We recently just made the higher lows. So as we came in here, when the candle turned bullish, that was what was interesting for me, and I like that one. Then dropping down to my last time frame, I was just looking for a confirmation signal, which is essentially just a breakout trade. So if I just hover over where the market open was, so we were, I think I've got a different time zone on my charts here. So I'm just going to quickly double check the price so I don't get that wrong for anyone. So yeah, so the price at the open was 45925. So I'll just check roughly where that is. 459. There we go. We're around this area. So we went down first. As soon as we made the first higher low, higher high, I was interested and I got in on this breakout of this consolidation area to the upside. So if I can grab, do we have any lines? Oh, they're over this side. Sorry, I use trading view so much, but it's obviously different on my chart. So That breakout there was where the trade was entered, and then I put my stop loss just underneath here, and then I'll just show you exactly where the trade was placed, so you guys sort of know error. So just there, and then just waiting for the 2 to 1 break to the upside, and then it was just at 460, the round number. So because I look at round numbers for support and resistance levels, and luckily it just hit that now. So again, it was a very small trade because I wasn't sure of the lot sizes, but that's a trade that I would normally take, just purely based on the price action of the waves and a breakout and retest like that of the basically the mean value area, the consolidation area. I think Kit likes to call them the supply and demand zones. Is that right, Kit? I think you look at those, but it's very similar type trading to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Real similar.
Let's see what else I've got coming up now.
Nice.
Retrace back to 317. We're at 67. We came back up to the 57 to the 70. It's precisely what I wanted to see. Want to see some weakness here. See if we get any weakness here for a retracement back down into 319. We're at 377. Really, I like the time 10:16. For me, I prefer going in the direction of the trend. Right now, this would be a pullback. Nice consolidation here. Check out gold real quick. Gold, do want to see the lower pricing. Did come up to 33 and we dropped. Continuation, bearish continuation.
Cool. So I'm probably looking at if we can get a break and retest of SPY for the long side now. So I'm just waiting for that and see if that ends up happening, SPY or QQQ, whichever comes first. So we've had that downside rejection now. Hopefully we can get an entry in there. No long.
No, he's looking at the long.
So just waiting for confirmation, just to keep an eye on that. We're just pulling back for a little retest now. While that's doing it, I'm just going to add maybe some of the moving averages and stuff that I look at, so it makes it a bit clearer for people.
Oh, I want to see a retrace back into this range.
Cool, we're not getting the confirmation just yet.
That was bullish. We're right back to pretty key level, I would say.
It's because they're traders, not just gamblers.
Yeah, that's why like the little test trades and stuff at the beginning are very important, aren't they? Just to make sure that we've got the right leverage and all that. Even though it's a competition kit, we can't get out the habits.
Nope, absolutely not. I agree wholeheartedly. I'm really liking this price level right here. I just want to see what we do here. I'm looking at ES 5914 on the continuous contract. 10:20, first 20 minutes. Nice 20-minute impulse off of it's been a 30-minute impulse off of the 950 low. That's bullish. That's bullish. That's inverted bearish.
All right, I've taken a trade in Visa, and we're up on the day around, what does it say? About 0.5%. Yeah, 0.55%. So daily, I'll run through it on the charts just for a bit of explanation as well. So daily on Visa is positive, and look, you can see we've made the higher low, just broke above the moving average. That's quite nice, good trend on the day. Hourly, same thing, just making some higher highs, higher lows, and just pushing up a little bit. And then on my lower time frames, you can see I put the stop underneath the wave low, and then just aiming for 2 to 1. So just really just trying to stack the odds in my favor. Hopefully, I can just get this confirmation of this little breakout on the lower time frame. Interestingly, on my charts, it just my charts are a bit different because my data comes from the exchange. It's pushing up a little bit, so we'll just see if we can get that kind of match up on there. But yeah, just kick back, relax, chill, look for some more other trades, see how this one rolls out. But that's the typical setup for me.
Sounds good.
That's cool.
The turtle beats
With
the
my
rabbit.
0.01 lot trade.
Here, I think I can. Let me see if I can. I want to see if I can share my other screen. If I could share my other screen, that would be nice. I think I can. Can you see my screen now? Just curious.
I'm putting it up right now. Yep, they can see your screen.
Okay, good. So this is the London range. I'm looking at some London projections here. I'm looking at where and how price right now in New York, how we're pricing into my London levels here. So that's really what I'm looking at. I've got a few kind of like order blocks and time-based arrays and some POIs. So there are some bullish POIs here from the bearish displacement yesterday. And that would lead you to think indicatively that we could be going higher. We also have a weekly settlement here that has not been touched. So I'm really curious to see with the positioning of open and closes that we've had, because that's what I look at, power of three, as well as open and close. I'm really looking to see where and how these kind of buckets kind of spin price. So I'm really looking at 1023 with this first impulse here of roughly 30 minutes. If we're going to be looking at an hourly distribution coming off of a 30-minute candle. So I'll look at a few more macros, some macros that are important to me. We'll look at, the 920, just because, and I'll stay focused on that momentarily, but we're looking at the open drive and where and how it delivers. So within this open drive sequence here, very, very much a consolidated profile for me. So it doesn't lend itself towards a conducive setup. So I also would then scan at some of my other potential opportunities and setups. So I'm looking again at 920, the open drive. We're looking to see how we kind of set up with specific standard deviations, where and how those play, very specific fractal breaks, how they occur. And I mean, on gold, that's, I mean, a 2.5 standard deviation, not uncommon. Again, we're looking at kind of a 30 hourly delivery here. So we're looking at the 2040 open close. And we're kind of no, we are looking for some type of open drive, potentially continuation here to the downside. We have a POI here. The further we get away from our monthly settlement, the better. Obviously, lots of consolidation there. So still have daily settlement here, lower, 94. So me personally, I know we're just kind of talking, shooting stuff here, but I'm looking for gold. I'm looking for NQ, and I'm looking to see where and how, potentially we get some type of bearish retracement. This to me is just triggered. I mean, not leaving a data low or a data high and being sucked within this range leaves me in a low probability zone, right? So within that, and being in a trading competition and knowing that we have a limited amount of time, kind of left these equal lows here. We're kind of driving into equal highs here. Again, this is all high time frame consolidation for me. 1030 would be the earliest that I'd be looking for even anything, but quickly looking to survey and see if we can't find something that is indeed indicative towards trading. Well, and that's a wonderful question. I mean, I look for a raise constantly within the daily, weekly, and monthly. And then I'm typically trading on a 5 minute and then honing in intraday into even a 1 minute. I have a lot of kind of one-to-one time and price relationships or correlations with where and how price moves and impulses throughout the day or intraday. So I'm definitely enjoy trading off of the one from a backtest study, one-to-one relationship with time and price. But typically I'm executing on a 5, and then, pretty much studying on an hourly, and then we're looking at daily, weekly levels.
And Raj, what yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, someone else just asked, Raj, what time frames do you trade?
Yeah, so I'm a day trader, so I will start on the daily and look at my bias on the daily, and then I will look at my hourly kind of consolidation breakouts for like higher highs, higher lows, trend breakouts, and then I'm actually entering on a 5 minute or a 1 minute. So because I'm a day trader, like if we just look at Tesla now, actually, I've got the chart up on the DUI trade platform. Like as soon as we get this little breakout, I'm in for this. So like little things like this. So I'm in that trade now. That's like proper my bread and butter setup for this. So yeah, yeah,
I see another
yeah.
question here. It's kind of a double-ended question. For each of you? What are your favorite assets to trade? And then the other question was, do you ever trade any crypto?
Kit, you can go first if you like.
Okay, yeah, mate. I'm a big commodities trader, so I enjoy oil and gold in the overnight session, particularly. So the metals and the energy sector are things that I focus on within the overnight session. So we have models that run for Asia and London, typically with the commodities and the energy sector, and then as we get closer to New York, I'll transition into some indices, typically. So. New York plays indices into the AM, possibly a PM play. I like to be done before noon, but sometimes we don't get a PM play until after 11:30. So, but I prefer to be done in the overnight session, and I prefer to be done between Asia and London. So that's me.
So my favorite is just stocks because of the way they move. That's really what I try and trade the most of. But I will trade cryptos via the stocks. So like for example, if I'm want to short or go long Bitcoin, like just on this chart here, you can see I will look at Coinbase or MSTR, MicroStrategy or Robinhood, and they will be my proxy for trading cryptos. Even IBIT, which is the Bitcoin ETF, I can trade via that. So yeah, I do trade the other asset classes, but just through stocks mainly. And then because I do trade a bit of futures, I will like go for a gold GC, a WTI. I go for CL for WTI. So I trade a few asset classes like that, but I'd say 90% of my trades are on the stock markets normally, just individual stocks on equities. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, no, 100%. Uh, Someone said, I think they just need to start YOLOing. I think you guys are doing great so far.
Yeah, I don't really YOLO. I can tell you that. I mean, everything I'm doing is kind of based off of math here. So I've got a 16-point accumulation here on my cycle one. I've got a 31-point distribution here on my cycle two. I'd be looking for a cycle three with a 63-point move. And I'm going to be looking for a reaction where and how we react at this point total for direction and magnitude of potentially the next move. So I like to try and sequence things based on numbers, values, and specific kind of cycle values, and then obviously time. So we're coming up to a key time here at 10:39. So I've got a few POIs here. We're at an interesting value here at 32 on my cycle two here. We're in a Gulf cycle. So all of these things might not make sense to the layman, but they make sense to, me and where and how I trade, which incorporates a little bit more of math and statistical averages. And I think like the term ATR is commonly used, but this has a relationship with open and close and then close. So that's the math. That's the algo I have that gives me these variables that I then trade. So you're seeing them on my chart with some POIs, and I believe this retracement, if this doesn't go, or if we stay weak here, then I'm going to want to see a pullback here within everything we got. So 10:33, I like the time. We're at 10:39 coming up. So we'll see. Order flow dictates where and how we move. So anyway, that's kind of all I got. I'm uneventful on my end. I'm still looking for. That's why I sent you guys the screenshots earlier. Like when my setups are there, I'll take the trade. But if they're not there, I don't.
That's good though. Very. You make sure it's 100% gonna hit.
Yeah, I don't.
I do trade with probabilities.
I agree with Kit as well. Yeah, I don't mind sharing the screen if you want now, Devon. If you want to just see my charts, how they might differ just slightly.
Yep. If you should see the button to share your screen.
Yeah, I got it. There you go. You got that?
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, it's on TradingView as well. So it's very very similar setup, but I'll just show you from here. So like, let's just say like a good setup potentially on Tesla, which is one that I'm in now on the thing. So as long as this happens and I follow this structure, I don't mind whether I win or lose. I'm really not too fussed with it. But you can see, look, on the daily, my charts are trading above the moving averages, making higher highs, higher lows. On the hourly, we just came into test, we broke back above, and then if you see here, just with the color coded system that I run, as we move from gray into blue, it just, that's an okay trade for me. So as long as I keep taking those type of setups, I'm normally okay. So, my hit rate normally, I want it to be somewhere near 50%. And I'm normally going for 2 to 1 on my risk to rewards. Just like all of these are very, very similar types of trades to the one that's just open now over here. And look, if I win, if I lose, I don't mind as long as I keep following the same structure and the same system, like it is on the charts in front of you. I normally do all right. So you can see that. So I'll show you one that I was thinking was a short, and then I'll tell you why I changed my mind. So like you can see Apple on the day for me when I came into the session was a short.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see actually we opened up and it was moving down. So we were down under the moving average on the daily in yellow, down under the moving average on the hourly in yellow. And we did start moving down, but you can see there was a big reverse. And when I changed my mind and I stopped taking a trade, is that when we get to what's called like the volume point of control or the auction area or however you guys want to describe it, but the main consolidation area where there's most touches, if we're trading above that, I'm not going to take shorts anymore. So because
Yeah.
it's changed from making lower highs, lower lows to higher highs, higher lows, and we're above the area in which there was the most action in the market. And I don't want to be trading there anymore for Apple. And you can see we had that huge wick on the downside on the hourly chart, the hammer candle. It's just not where I need to be trading. There's going to be better markets. Even if I lose this trade, this is still a better market than trying to short that other one before. And it's just about putting the odds in my favor and trying to do that. And again, with QQQ now, we're above the moving average on the hourly. Sorry, on the daily, we were nearly above it on the hourly. It just flirted. It came underneath now. As long as we get back above there, I don't mind being in longs in QQQ if that gets there. So the Nasdaq basically, if that gets there, I'm very happy to sit in a long. Win or lose, I know I've done the right thing because I'm with the flow and the momentum of the market for the day, like trading with the trend, like Kit was saying earlier.
Yeah. Nice. There was, I know we kind of talked about this when we first started the call here, but I think this person might have joined later. But someone asked, how much has the recent tariff news events affected your trading strategy? So I'm assuming over the last few weeks, last week or so, how we can go back to that. How has Kit? I know you're more of a technical trader, so we can start with you.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the news is a huge deal. It's like earnings, it's like anything else. I mean, the catalyst that comes from those events are where and how we try and time volatility injections specifically, right? So, yeah, getting in sync and timing up with those, it can be extra difficult, right? So, it's not uncommon for
Oh,
it's not uncommon for
Kit, you just closed a trade. I think was it you or?
yeah, no,
Yep.
I took a tight stop. It just impulsed against me what I was looking for. So
All right. We don't
little
have to highlight that one.
$30 trade. Nothing I can't
I just
handle.
hear the noise. I hear that noise and I'm like, oh, something. You either hit a stop loss or take profit. Somebody.
Yeah, no, I mean I stopped myself out. Just
Um,
just again I manage stops pretty tight.
yeah.
So
Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off though. You can
no,
continue.
no, you're good. I mean that's pretty much it. I mean volatility injections are what we trade. That's what we look for. Um, And the tariff news is it's actually, I think really good for the market. It's really good for traders. Traders are presented with opportunities that can really, really, you know,
Yeah.
move the needle. So it's about being systematic. It's about having the same approach, and that it's about managing your risk. So we're all trading probabilities. So and for me, that's really what it's all about. So
Nice.
even on my screen, I'm fine when we're at a 32 value to see if that's going to exhaust. And if it doesn't, then I'm also fine with that creating a wick with where we're at and or potentially driving higher. So all of that just adds to whatever my trade idea would be or my trade plan. So
Yeah. Nice, nice. Raj, I see you've closed some trades too since since we last checked in with you.
Yeah, so I'm doing still 100. Honestly, I'm still getting used to some of the position sizes because 10 lots on Visa and Tesla are definitely not the same as 10 lots on the Nasdaq. So
Yeah.
I'm yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
the the,
just doing
the
that.
Nasdaq was a little pain right there. I can see, but
It's
well,
fine.
actually,
I'm
Nasdaq. Oh,
still
sorry, Nas is looking good. The
yeah, I'm still
your
in the
open
trade. It's
position,
doing all right,
yeah,
that one.
yeah,
The Tesla one, if I just have a look, the Tesla one hit target, but again, that
yes,
one was the one that was on a very low lot size. So that one was 20 lots on that one, but the same lots on Nasdaq on this platform are very different. So yeah,
yes.
I'm just still yeah, just chilling with that. But yeah, I've got this trade open, very similar trade as the one that I shared the screen for before. Um, yeah, just roughly 1 to 1 now, just sitting. I'll manage to stop as time goes on. See
Yep.
how we get on with it.
We got about 20 minutes left in this competition, so it's I'm excited to
Cool.
see how this ends. Um,
Yeah, we're
Okay,
getting
right
oh,
towards
now,
the
right
cutoff
now on
now.
the leaderboard, let me just hit a refresh in case anything changed.
oh yeah,
We
I'm
got Kit
down
and
$30. I can tell you that, and I just missed my
well,
entry.
Kit is in first place right now. So
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
a $30 losses in first
Well,
place.
well, Raj had a little bit of a bigger loss there with the last what was that Nas? Yeah, that first close position from Nasdaq. So uh, or Nas 100. Oh,
well,
Uh,
on Nasdaq.
yeah. My system, my system's showing that we're at exhaustion here. So that I kind of drew it out, showed you guys, but you can see how I have it automated as well. So that red box should create a pullback here based on my math. So we'll see if the math is math, and we'll look to click a button here in the next few minutes.
math does usually tend to math.
Math does math, but I mean it is the
Sometimes.
market, so
Yeah, yeah.
it doesn't always
Unfortunately, it
math.
doesn't always math.
Yeah, it doesn't always math. I mean,
It
we like to
maths
see
when you
when
don't
math
want
is
it to.
math, but that I did want to see bullish pullback. Got that. Um, yeah, this should move pretty quick here.
While we're here, before we go into the last 15 minutes of this trading competition, we're going to show a quick 15-second commercial here. Just to showcase our build your own trading competitions. So just like Raj and Kit are right now, you guys can build your own trading competitions and go head to head with your friends and see who is the best trader. And you can do hourly, I believe 12-hour, daily, weekly, monthly, however long you want the competition to go. So let's head into that and we'll be right back in about 30 seconds.
Welcome to BullRush, the ultimate arena where trading becomes an exhilarating competition. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting your journey, BullRush is your gateway to a high-energy world where skills are tested and winners are crowned. Awaken your inner competitor as you dive into the pulse-pounding action of BullRush. Imagine yourself in the heart of the financial market, where every trade is a thrilling opportunity to outsmart your rivals and climb the leaderboard. This isn't just trading. It's an electrifying game where strategy, knowledge, and precision are your weapons. Join the competition, ignite your trading skills, and claim your victory. BullRush is more than a platform. It's your stage to trade, compete, and win like never before. Get ready to unleash your potential. Get ready for BullRush. Visit bullrush.com today. Are you in? Welcome to BullRush.
All right, we're back. Kit, while we were gone too, we had a question come in the chat for you. Someone asked, is there one method of technical analysis strategy that you use the most, or is it an even mix of a few?
I use ICT. I use ICT concepts. I use DR, which is the defined range, which incorporates a statistical confluence, a mathematical method towards the ICT concepts that I deploy. So, it's pretty much a combination of my own math, my own codified concepts. You can kind of see things on the screen. I've kind of built my own kind of software, my own kind of models, my own kind of way of seeing things. You'll see like the 1039 price here on my screen. You'll see the red box here as well on my screen. These were all indications for me towards trading back towards and or back within the range. So I didn't quite position size exactly how I like, but we're up on this trade, which is good.
Nice.
So I think the target is really only it's not a super heavy target that we're seeking here. It'd be more of a scalp here. So, and then quite frankly, my system would tell me that quite possibly that we go in the other direction. So,
yeah. Well, Raj, I know you're not just a technical trader, but is there any strategy that you lean towards the most often, or is it really an even mix of a few?
Yeah, no, I traditionally am a technical analyst, so I do like the kind of market profile, volume profile stuff from Dalton and Steele back in the day in the futures markets. I love that stuff. Just like where the market is auctioning and the breaks of the certain levels, and I look at that a lot, but mainly it's kind of more to do with kind of every day being a new day and the flow of the market from that day. They're the kind of main things that I generally like to look at. So, like for example, if yesterday was a positive day and a strong day for a certain stock, and we start to open up higher and we're breaking out ranges higher, just using the flow of that momentum and trying to get into day trades to take advantage of that momentum. That's generally the way I look at trading every single day. So before the market opens at 2 o'clock, when we open our chat room, we go over all of the news headlines, the key ones that are driving sentiment. We go through what's happened in the European session, where Bitcoin is, where FTSE is, where DAX is, to kind of just get us all ready. Then, as soon as 2:30 kicks in, we look at what sectors are moving the most, and we try and just basically position ourselves into the markets that have the most momentum and the best kind of technical setups, that we can go through. So again, just if I go over Tesla for a minute, and then that will explain. I'll do that on the GUI Trade platform. So if I go on the daily for Tesla, like you can see now we're pretty much positive on the day. Market's moving up. It's quite nice. Then I'll drop that again back down to the hourly, and you can see that the hourly starting to make higher highs, higher lows. We're coming into the second hour and trying to break through that moving average and go up. And then by the time I get to my lower time frame, I'm looking for like a little pullback and a breakout in that direction. So for this particular trade, it was this breakout here of going into the direction. Obviously, I was filled slightly higher, so I wanted to kind of get in there, and it's just a 2-to-1 risk to reward or something like that. And again, if I just show you exactly the same thing on a video, it's very similar, but just in the opposite direction. So if I just pick up where Nvidia is, you can see we've had a bearish day yesterday. We're aiming towards going down. On the hourly, we already are going down, breaking into this, broken past the gap now, going down there. And then on the 5-minute time frame, look, just trying to catch that rollover in the same direction of what's going on the daily and the hourly. So it's very simple. There's no magic science behind kind of what I do. Most of the key things are about the discipline and how many trades you're taking per day, making sure that you've got a maximum loss limit per day, making sure you have a target that you need to hit every day. Showing up, being consistent every single day. That's the main thing that I focus on. It's more the performance psychology and the trading psychology of what we're doing. I don't mind if we win or lose. It's just the consistency of showing up and doing the same things.
Yeah, makes sense. Nice. Yeah, I know this format of like a 1 hour, very very short trades isn't usually the format that either of you are used to. So I appreciate I appreciate this. But this is very interesting watching you guys trade in like in a different sort of setting than what you guys are usually doing.
Gavin, what are the main kind of stocks or asset classes that people use on the platform? What's the, what do people like to trade the most popular things?
Yeah, I mean, gold. People love trading gold. I see tons of gold trades. Of course, in the shorter competitions, we see a lot of people trade Bitcoin and other crypto like Bitcoin USD. WTI is very, very popular. And of course, GBP, JPY, Euro USD are also very, very popular as well. But I was shocked. I mean, I knew gold was very popular to trade, but I was very shocked at how many people are consistently trading gold. And I think one of those things is we see it more on the trading competitions versus our, we just launched our A-book prop firm. We see it a lot more with the trading competitions than with prop firm. On the prop firm side, a lot more people are being a lot more calculated like you guys with the trades versus on the trading competition side where, people are just trying to get as much return in as little amount of time as possible, especially with those shorter competitions like our hourly and daily competitions. But yeah, I would say gold, Euro GBP, GBP, JPY, Euro USD, and as far as indices, WTI is very, very popular. We also see as far as indices, we see a lot of JUR 40, DAX. Tons of people trade the DAX. Yeah, it's a nice mix though between assets.
Yeah, I like the platform, the GUI trade platform. It's very nice.
Yeah, I know we're looking at eventually building out a very similar platform to GUI trades within the BullRush platform, so you don't have to switch, platforms. But that's, I think, still like a year out. We have a team working on that. But yeah, no, nice. GUI trades is great. We have the trading view charts within GUI trades as well at the top right there. So. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see just from where we've been to today, it's moved a little bit sideways now. The market has just got a bit dead, hasn't it? After an interesting open, we moved down pretty heavily at the open.
Yeah.
I just I'll do that on this chart for a minute. So yeah, so we can see like we just really had that spike down there, and then we just moved pretty much sideways. So just not the most interesting day in terms of follow through at the moment. So we'll just wait and see.
Kit, that's a nice trade. I see you closed that trade a little bit ago on SPX 500. Some nice profit right there.
Thank you very much. A little something, something. I didn't really position myself correctly. I'm still trying to eat something out here to close here, see if we can get the continuation or not. We'll see.
Yeah, it's very interesting watching you guys trade. Watching two professional traders trade in this competition versus what I usually watch when I watch everybody else. Not saying that there's not some professional traders on BullRush, but we see a lot more riskier trades. You guys are staying cool and collected. A lot of people, once they get one loss, then they just start throwing like maximum lot sizes on things and freaking out, especially in these hourly competitions. So it's very interesting watching your guys' methodology and how you guys go about getting profits and then reacting to a loss as well.
Yeah, I'm getting that signal again on QQQ, so we'll see if we can break above the moving averages again. So on the Nasdaq, so just looking out for that.
We got 5 minutes left in the competition.
Oh, that doesn't give you much time, does it?
You guys got 5 minutes. So.
Oh no!
I believe at the end of the 5 minutes.
Let's go all in.
This might be the time to YOLO. I think at the end of the 5 minutes, if you still have a trade open, it'll just automatically close. So.
Now we need the time to YOLO.
All right, it's turning up, so I'll give it a shot.
For 4 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see how we get it on.
Gold. Pretty much exactly what I thought we would see. Gold short. Last few. Why am the strongest? There.
The short's been activated for me. I'm going to get knocked out of this one as well. That was my YOLO trade.
Let me pull up your screen here.
Yeah, the Nvidia one was the more legit one, but my position sizing was rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was it's alright, but it's super slow, really tired. Let's go back to the other one.
Your Tesla position that you had earlier was solid as well.
I mean, they're the normal trades I'll take, but obviously
a little more pressure here, a little more time constraint.
We'll see how we go on. Yeah, I'll watch this one. No, it's been fun. Thanks for having us on, definitely.
No, of course.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Thanks for kicking off the first ever trade battle. I'm sure we'll have more in the future. And I couldn't have had two better traders to start us off here.
I really want to see, I mean, it's only 11 o'clock, but I'd really like to see displacement lower, wash out the early longs, and then I'd like to see. So my target here is not 59.01.
Yeah, it was quite interesting because we obviously opened down quite heavily at the start, didn't we, Kit? So and then just completely flushed all of these guys up past where the range high was near the open on on the indices. But yeah, it's looking super interesting now.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this time. I mean, 11:15 is when I really start looking for the New York move outside of the
We're
drive.
in the
So
last 60 seconds here.
Yeah, let's go. Just check how this one's getting on.
35
Here you
seconds.
go. You've already even hit the profit target.
I'll tell you guys though, if this was a longer competition, your guys' win rates are right there to where you'd be profitable in like a daily or week long competition for sure. Both of you guys would be very profitable. I mean,
that's not an issue.
Kit, you have 50% win rate. Raj, you got a 40% win rate right now. And yeah, you guys are both doing good. If the situation was a little different, if it was a longer competition, but I don't think any of us want to sit on a week-long live stream.
That would be a trip, bro.
I mean, it would be fun. It would be fun, but that's a long, just a week-long live stream nonstop, like one of these Kai Cenat or one of these.
That would be wild, bro. Like we take showers, come back to our trades.
Yeah, the only time you stop is take a shower or go to the bathroom.
That's wild.
Let me hit a little refresh on my chat froze here.
Yeah, it's funny because obviously I we trade a fund, so I had to trade live as well as trading on here. So it was quite fun. It was definitely a good thing to do. There were a couple of stocks. Yeah, go on. Sorry, carry on.
No, you go. No, you continue.
Yeah, there was just a couple of like really interesting stocks as well today. Like Meta's move was really interesting. Up on the day, pretty nicely moving up for a while, and then like just really hung around. Like we've had no real massive follow through on a lot of things today, which is not bad, but very very interesting trading day for sure.
So in a little recap here, I see it's officially done. We've officially finished it. Congratulations, Kit. You've secured that first place.
Well played, Kit.
So Kit, you have 0.11% return, and then Raj, you got minus 1.50% return. Kit, your most traded asset was SPX 500, and Raj, your biggest asset was Tesla. If we go over here and I open up, let me share my screen. If we open up your guys' dashboards, we can see your biggest, who am I looking at? Kit. Yeah, so Kit, your biggest one there was, you only had 2 trades that you closed here.
Yeah.
Which was really good. One was SPX 500, and the other one was NAS 100. SPX for $141 profit, and then a little loss on. You started off with the little loss on NAS 100. You want to give us the thinking behind that SPX 500 trade? I can share my screen if you'd like.
I think my screen is being shared right here. But I mean, overall, I kind of laid it out briefly what I was looking for. But I mean, the first trade I took was kind of based on this red box and the value.
Oh, Kit. One sec, Kit.
Or sloppy.
Sorry, Kit. One sec. You cut out for like last 15 seconds. Cut out there, for some reason.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're back. You're back now. I'm just
okay. Cool. I was just saying that. Yeah, I mean the ES trade I took an L right away. Took a $30 loss with one lot, and then I got on side with the trade. Took 3 lots, and beyond the $30 loss, ran the $150 win, and closed it out. So that's what I was able to kind of eke out within an hour.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
I mean, 2 trades. You didn't place your first trade until almost halfway through the competition at 10:34 was when you placed your first trade. So really great. And your total lots traded was 4 lots. So secured the dub with only 4 lots traded. So congratulations. Raj, you wanna do a little review of what you traded here? I see you have a total.
Yeah, if I can share my.
Yeah, I can share your
screen.
screen. I see you have a total lots of 120 lots that you traded throughout this competition. Whoop, one sec. Let me collab cam. There you go. You're sharing your screen now. 120 total lots. Average win was $11. And you had, and you know, you did really, really well. You have a lot of good wins, but there's just 2 trades here that kind of, or 2 trades that kind of dinged you there. So,
Position sizing on the NQ, the Nasdaq trades, because they were not similar to Nvidia and Tesla, even at the same amount. So yeah, I can't see my screen on the live stream. I can still see kits, but I can see it on ours. There we go, perfect. So yeah, I can talk through the trades, sure.
Yeah.
So on Nvidia, there we go. So this is super simple. Like we're bearish on the day. Markets made a high, low after gapping up. You know, when we got closer to where the gap was getting in, it was just like a nice short, and that one on the platform is actually still running. So that was a nice short, just basically down to the support, the end-shaped target to the downside. Very easy trade, that one. Tesla was exactly the same in reverse, but it's a bit easier. Tesla is, and it's got a trade running now as well still. So you know, nice up good positive bullish price action on the daily, hourly as well. We made a new kind of higher low and trying to break out of the moving average, breaking up. And again, on this one, I entered on a slightly lower time frame, so I'll just show you all the trades that were in here. And yeah, it was just into that one and into that one. So there were the 2 bullish trades that I entered in on there. The ones that didn't work out, so let's talk about those. I don't mind talking about the losers and the winners. Is the top in the Nasdaq. So it was a similar trade to Tesla, but obviously the lot sizes were completely different. Like in terms of the size of the trades, because that was where I kind of messed up a little bit. But yeah, up the moving average. The price you can see was trying to break above the moving average there. So this was the trade. That one and also that one. Both longs trying to get on the right side of the trade. Obviously, it looks like it's going to start working now. Sold law in it. But yeah, all of them are similar. They're all very similar trades. I only take these setups and I take screenshots of the setups to make sure that they look the same on all of my trades because you know I like consistency. But the Tesla, the longs on Tesla were ones that I would usually take, and then the short on Nvidia is the trades that I would usually take as well. So it's all just getting everything into alignment, getting everything looking set in stone. You know, obviously make sure you get position sizes right when you're on the BullRush platform. But yeah, they're just pretty standard trades.
Nice. Well, you know, I did an interview with a trader named William Davies. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but during that he's a trade psychologist, or he specializes in trade psychology and trade mindset, and we were talking about losses, and he brought up a good point that if you lose $1,000 in a trade, you didn't just lose $1,000. You paid $1,000 to learn something. You know what I mean? So even with the losses, the losses can sometimes be more valuable than a win if you learn something from it and you're able to fix your strategy or fix what you're doing. But like I said, this is something that you guys don't usually do, hour trading, having a lot of pressure in the 1 hour trading, and it's almost hard to not gamble when you're doing the 1 hour trading because it's so fast paced, and especially when I come on the announcement and I say there's 5 minutes left, now you gotta place some Hail Marys to catch up. But both of you did really great. I think everybody learned a lot from you guys. Make sure to follow Kit at ICT_concepts on Twitter, and then make sure you follow Raj at Raj RAJFX10 on Twitter as well. Do you guys want to take a moment and plug anything that you guys got going on? Any websites, courses, live streams, your own live streams? I know Kit. I know both of you guys live stream. Is it daily?
I'm around. I'm on social media. If you guys want to check it out, I'm just trying to add value with just market perspective. I have a mentorship. I have models. I have ways which kind of help teach people how to trade. But I'm just here to kind of offer some entertainment, try and provide some value. So.
Yeah, cheers, Kit. And we run a trading community really, like D&D trading.co.uk. We basically have a community of traders where we have a live chat room. We fund our good traders. We have a prop fund that we manage ourselves. All of our trades are live in our chat room, and we no fine site bias. Everything is done there and then. We don't turn around to a trade, talk about last week's trade or yesterday's trade. We do it there and then, so we all know if we're doing things correctly or not. Just like we were today. We win trades, we lose trades like everyone. It's just a good place to be where it's honest and it's nice, and we can get on with talking to people like Kit and the guys from BullRush. Really, that's it.
Yep, and check out their live events too. I know you guys have the coffee meetups
We do, yes.
in person and all that. And if you haven't yet, go to YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out me and Raj's interview we did a few months ago. It's a great interview, lots of gems, lots of knowledge that you can get from that interview. I had a lot of fun with that interview. And Kit, we got to set up an interview soon so we can get you.
Brother. I'm here for it, man.
Awesome. So we'll talk to Trent and we'll set that up soon. Like I said, check out the interview. Check out each of their pages. You're going to learn a ton from them. And I've had a great time. I can't wait to the next trade battle. I know this is very exciting. This is the first inaugural trade battle, and you guys both killed it. You guys both killed it. So thank you so much. I've had a great time. I hope everybody else has a great weekend. Don't forget to trade, compete, and win. And I'll see you guys in the next one.